Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. I'm so glad to have you back today. And if you're new here and visiting my channel for the first time, welcome. I do lots of DIYs, trash to treasure, furniture flips with my husband Chris, and thrifting adventures to fit into the farmhouse decor. So in today's video, this is my husband Chris. We're doing some furniture flips and he is trying out our paint sprayer. We kind of missed the it's nice outside and be able to use the paint sprayer outside. So we did in our new workshop make a spray room. So he wanted to give the sprayer a try on a couple items that he knew that, you know, they weren't quite needy, but he wanted to test the sprayer out. So this is what today's video is all about, is us spraying a couple pieces of furniture, you know, to get ready to resell for our retail booth. So one is a china hutch and then one is a dresser slash nightstand combo. So I bought this piece off a friend that was moving and they no longer needed it or would not fit into the bedroom. It was a dresser and a nightstand that you know, it is that particle board, MDF board. It is super heavy. We have painted items like this before, so I thought that we could go ahead and purchase it from her and give it a try. So the first thing that Chris is going to do is he's going to take the hardware off, and then he notices that he can actually remove the face of this, you know, this drawer off. So he's going to be removing both the hardware and the face and unattaching it from the drawer itself. So that is a nice feature when you're going to be painting. We have done small items with our sprayer, but we have not tried any furniture pieces, so that is what Chris is going to attempt with these pieces. He has got it taped off and plasticed off, so you are not getting into the inside. So, you know, is it a time saver? I guess, you know, in a roundabout way it is, but you do have some prep when you are spraying an item. Now the other piece that he's going to be working on is this china hutch that we had thrifted off of Marketplace. So he's going to be doing the same thing. He's going to be taking apart what he can. This one was in great shape. It didn't need a lot of work. So this china hutch had all these drawers. You know, that's what it's supposed to be for, kind of a buffet for all your china. And so the first thing he's going to have to do is start to remove all of the hardware. And not only does he take the drawers out, but he's going to be removing the doors as well, you know, getting those hinges off so those can be painted separately. You know, we believe in taking any hardware off. The more you can take apart and paint separately, the better, the cleaner the paint job is. So as you see, he wrapped them in plastic, put masking tape because he's going to be using the sprayer and hit. I randomly ran across this huge roll of plastic for $6.09 when I was out thrifting. So I guess it came in handy for the sprayer. So to clean the hardware pieces, we just find that it's easiest to just bring them inside, put them in a cup, you know, wash them with some Dawn dish soap. And that is a great degreaser, declutter, you know, gets all the stuff off of them. And then to prep the wooden items, you know, the china hutch and the dresser and the nightstand, he is just using the KRUD cutter. This is the same thing. It's a degreaser, deglosser. It gets any residue, any buildup, any, you know, dust, debris, anything off. Just a good prep surface to accept that paint. So now that Chris has got all the pieces cleaned and they're all prepped, he is in our spray room, and that has a ventilation system and it's kind of wrapped in plastic. And so he's using the spray gun. It's a airless spray gun. And so what he's doing is just using the Kills paint and primer and then giving the coats of spray that, you know, usually white items will take 2 coats. And so he has them on these little roller carts. We were blessed that my brother ran across these and brought them to us and thought that we might find them handy. So now he has the same thing in with the china hutch. He didn't really tape this off quite as much as he's going to just be painting the inside because you're going to be opening the drawers anyway, you know, the doors. So he is just painting the entire base of this China hutch using that sprayer. The same thing, the kills paint and primer in one. And you know, it is nice to have a ventilation system, but this is his first time spraying any furniture pieces with this, so we will see how it turns out. So Chris did give each of these pieces 2 coats. Those the little dolly things of wheeling them in and out were very helpful. So this took a couple of days. He sprayed them one night, went to work, and then came back and sprayed them another night, went to work. And so this is day 3 of now that they're dry and he can remove the plastic off of them. So now this is what they look like with their coats of paint. Now, the only thing that, you know, we are new at this spraying thing, maybe he needed to move the table out because now he does have some touch up to do, that he should have probably flipped them over first and got that coverage, and then flipped them over the other way. You know, everything, you have to be new at something in one point. So we will get better at, you know, learning the sprayer, but I mean, as much as, you know, time saver, it definitely was a time saver in the way that it gives those smooth coats is awesome. So now that the hardware is all cleaned, he is going to paint it black, and we like this Rust-Oleum paint and primer one in flat black. So now Chris is going to proceed to sand the pieces. So he's starting off with this dresser first, and so he's just, you know, he showed you the grit of the sandpaper, and so then he's going to go in, because we like to distress our pieces, and so he's just going to be pushing on that sharp edge of this dresser and then lightly sanding the rest of it to make it smooth, but the sprayer makes it so smooth. So here is what happened painting this, this particle board, this veneer board. And yes, we have painted them before, just brushing them on, and it's worked out just fine. But just something with the sprayer and maybe the cure time, it just didn't attach at all. Though sometimes things don't work out, and, you know, I could have edited this out of the video, but, you know, these are things that happen. You know, you're flipping furniture, you're flipping items, you're trying out the sprayer for the first time. So apparently this item needed to be completely sanded first to get the paint to adhere. So that's why we left this in the video. Yep, we will set this off to the side. Chris will finish up the China hutch, and then we will pick all the paint off of this dresser. So let's move on to the China hutch. So here he is. He likes to make these really smooth. So he uses the orbital sander, and he's got like a 300 grit. You know, that sprayer does just leave them just so smooth, but he did the same thing. He, you know, sanded off the edges of the China hutch, you know, to give it that distressed look, and now he's just making sure that it's nice and smooth. So now he'll go back in and, you know, finish up the hardware, and to seal that Rust-Oleum paint and primer in one and the flat black, we like to seal our hardware in with the Polycrylic. You know, if you want the longevity of your items to last, you know, top coats and finishing coats really do matter, you know. So we really like this Polycrylic, you know, because handles are used and hinges are used to open and close. So now Chris is just using the air compressor to blow off the dust that he created from sanding the piece. You know, this is the easiest way. We were blessed to have this workshop and an air compressor to be able to blow all that sand dust off. And then to finish up this China hutch, to seal that paint in, even though it's a paint and primer, but it is a white paint, we like to finish it off using the Varathane finishing wax, and it is a rub on, and just rub any excess off. Absolutely love the finish that this leaves our white objects. So when putting this China hutch back together, they always, you know, usually they have these little felt pieces to prevent that top piece from scraping on the buffet, the bottom piece. So I'm just assisting Chris as he's holding it up and replacing those felt pieces. So now it's time to replace all the drawers so you can replace all the hardware on this beautiful china hutch. Though these drawers were in excellent condition, I just absolutely love the pop of this black and white contact paper and to line these drawers with it. You know, you're getting a new piece, and yes, it's been a used thrifted piece. So I just love that little surprise of that pop of contact paper in these drawers. It just goes with that white of this china hutch just so beautifully. And then you don't have to worry about, you know, thinking that, you know, somebody else had their stuff in there. It's just absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So here was try number 2 of brushing on, and you know, sometimes you get frustrated and Chris is like, no, I'm not videoing that. I totally get that. It's very upsetting when you have to redo a piece twice. So now he's on to hand sanding just to distress it, and yes, there was just a much different than spray painting this on and then applying it on the brush with this particle board type stuff. You know, it did not work. And yes, he did, after, you know, taking it off, he did actually sand to open up that really shiny. Like I said, this had worked for us before, just painting, just not with the sprayer on these types of pieces. And as you can see, some of the snow is still falling because literally he took the air compressor and it all just snowed all over the floor. Was not as happy as I was to have taken a picture to show that. It would have been funny, but you know what? We all get frustrated at times, and so we are just now putting the drawers back together, putting the hardware back together. You know, it's going to be that perfectly imperfect, but the paint is on there, so it is what it is. You know, sometimes life lessons learned, don't spray that type of material. And like I said, we have done these items before, so you know, it is what it is. So I absolutely love the farmhouse look of these china hutches, just painting them white and distressing that beautiful detailing, and the black hardware just makes these pieces pop. I just love all those little drawers. I've always wished that I had room for a china hutch in my house. I will take the corner hutch that he did for me, but look at all that beautiful detailing of this piece. And I have to say that I believe these pieces needed to be white. That brown didn't do anything for these pieces, and I'm so sorry that you know, this is part of flipping furniture. Sometimes things don't always work out as you plan, but now they are nice pieces. Nope, I didn't put any contact paper with that. That dresser was way too needy, and they were completely clean. So this is a matching set, so when it has time to go in the booth, it will together. So I thank you so much for watching today's video, and like I said in the video, you know, as a flipper and trying something new, you know what, you have to be new at something at all times, and what worked in the past may not work, you know, doing a different technique. And so I could have edited this out, and I could have showed you the dresser all beautiful and made you believe that the sprayer worked, but you know, I am a how-to channel. We are a how-to channel, and I do not want to deceive people like that. So that was the process, and that's how it happened. So I wanted to share it. So don't forget to give me a quick comment of what your favorite was, or where you're like, oh my gosh, I will stay way clear of that material, and I totally get that. And I'd like to also thank you for being a subscriber to my channel. That has helped my channel grow. And along with, if you are new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscription button along with the notification bell to know when I have uploaded a new video. Thanks so much for watching.